Good morning. In the series of super poems, here is one of the poems liked by the Harvards and Indian Institute of Management. The professor, lady professors working over there, and they started working on the leadership skills. I saw one lady guiding 11 PhDs, especially on leadership. After listening this poem, she was inspired so much. This was published in 2004, and I read before my students in 2006. Okay, so during PhD only I wrote this because I was, when pursuing PhD, I was also helping my mother in her everyday activity whenever she was ill. So I learned, in fact, the complete cooking and taking care of the whole house and all those things during those times. And apart from that, my mother had such a classical way of keeping the home clean and tidy by doing the work on time and keeping all the things on their place. For example, even on the containers of the floor, wheat flour, the rice, these and that, labels used to be there where if the steel box, the boxes are there. Okay, so well planned, so well that you see whenever any person came, there are so many people who used to come. How do your house look so tidy and neat and clean every time? They used to ask. Okay, so let us go. The title of the poem is Next to God, the super leader come manager called Bharatiya, means Indian mothers. Okay, next to God, the super leader come manager called Indian, the Bharatiya mother. I am the poet, Dr. Ashish Manohar. Okay, so it was, I wrote down the research paper on this, and it was published at so many places. But the refined paper that was published in 2014 in IJORD Group Journal, International Journal of Original Research and Development, and people liked it very much. It was downloaded a million of times as such. In fact, when people started pursuing PhD on leadership, they referred this as reference material. I got the proofs as well. Okay, the poem is like this. It is Indian mother whom every Indian regards as the first person in life. Okay, she is the first person in everybody's life, especially in India. Mother is the first god. Next, her character has created super leaders like Shivaji, Vivekananda, Bhakta Prahlad, Ram, Shri Krishna, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So many saints and sadhus and good leaders. I don't have to explain how Jizabai, molded Shivaji, how Vivekananda's mother molded him, how Bhakta Prahlad's mother Kayadhu molded him, how Ram's mother Kaushalya and Shri Krishna's mother, in fact, a mother and Yashoda as well, created them. Third is first line. It is the Indian mother whom every Indian regards as the first person in life. Second is her character has created super leaders like Shivaji, Vivekananda, Bhakta Prahlad, Ram, Shri Krishna, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Third line is she always remains at the top when it comes to supreme sacrifice among all the family members. If child is ill, 24/7 she is at work. Even in other times as well, 24/7 devotion. Her total quality management at her home transcends ISO, International Standard Organization, QS, CMM, and TS standards, and so many other standards as well. I told you the example of, on each box, flour wheat, rice, rice flour, rice powder, sugar powder, you name it. I mean, the cardamom, the paper, so well written that, once a lady came and said that I would like to help you. So she said, okay, the kitchen is yours. I mean, one of my auntie came. She said, where is what? You just open the glasses, check it there. You will get the things. She opened the glass, wheat flour and everything was kept on its place. It was very easy for her. You know, superlative. Her children always claim that the taste, next line, her children always claim that the taste of her cooked food always go beyond the taste of the cooked food together cooked by all the chefs of all the 5-star, 7-star hotels in the world, best hotels and best chefs in the world. She is the best cook in the world. Her knowledge management and its execution keep her children on the well-defined track. She keeps her children on well-defined track. Once, uh, you know, a person came. I mean, one of my friend came to his home, not me, and his mother said, "Go and wash your mouth first." He was quite elder to me. I was kid. I said, "Why?" He said, "You smoked, and that is why you have to, you just go and brush your teeth and then come." How did you know? Mother is mother. Okay. That's important. Then slowly he got rid of that habit. Indian mother. Her simple gesture, next line. Her simple gestures can create the independent states through the hands of her son, like Shivaji did. Jizabai said that. Jizamata, she said that, that's the fort. Okay. He said within a month it will be yours. Even Tanaji's story is also there. Adhi lagin Kondana. So then Tanaji went and he said before the marriage of his son Kondana, the fort will be ours. I mean, that kind of inspiration these super mothers used to inspire. I mean, next line, she never get tired of, or never gets bored doing the same things every day for everybody in her house. Once, my PhD guy, I went to him and he was cooking. I said, "Why are you cooking? Where is auntie?" She's gone somewhere. I'm cooking. So after cooking 3 days, I went when it was third day. He asked me, how these ladies don't get bored with such that routine job every day. Surprising. I mean, and that's why she never gets tired or never gets bored doing the same things every day for everybody in her house. For Kaizen is a moment to moment activity as she keeps her children and herself on the path of improvement. Someone asked me what is Kaizen. I said, continuous improvement. How did the Zen came from? I mean, the word. Chinese are using it Zen every now and then. So there is a story behind it. It's a long story. To make it short, in India, meditation is Dhyan. So Dhyan, it went on to become Chain. Then Theravada Buddhism and all fantastic things happened, and then it went to Japan, and then it became the Zen. So it is transcendental meditation, that continuous improvement is there, so that today you are at this level, you come on to become, you reduce your errors and you become perfect. In fact, you become perfect in your work. That is Kaizen. It is continuous improvement. So many companies are adopted Kaizen. So that is implemented in our house as well. I mean, that's kind of things are coming. Even day by day, all the houses are becoming organized, well organized. The modular kitchen is there, and already said about the all the boxes with their nameplate kept on the at their places and all fantastic things. So that's how for her Kaizen is the moment to moment activity as she keeps her children and herself on the path of improvement. Someone said one day that the grandmother cooks and mother cooks, you know, and her daughter cooks. So it is more refined, and the grandmother is super cook or super cook. I mean. So the things happen like that. So mother rewards everybody at her home according to his or her stake and likes. Once I finished my PhD thesis, came home. She already had cooked the the sweet dish for all of us. So I mean, she comes to know to whom what the reward could be there. So sometimes my sister scored good marks, so she cooked sweet meat at the same time. A good a frock or something like that. Children that kids wear. So she bought that as well. Next is her patience, endurance, and perseverance for her children excels the limit of every humans. Imagine we become older, elder, whatever you may say, but how much she suffers, how much kicks she get when she holds us. Simple example. She has patience, endurance, perseverance, tenacity for her children, and that exceeds the limit of every humans. She is epitome and ultimate endurance, endured person, you can say. Her commitment and that she does it for a good cause. Unlike in the military and all the fantastic places, the people are tested for their endurance limit. No, it is not like that. She is sacrificing her during her patience, endurance, and perseverance, and her tenacity is for a good cause, because her children should come out to be better human beings. That is what every mother in India feels, in fact everywhere in the world. Her commitment and unwritten agreement to, for, or with the family surpasses every limits in the world. Commitment you just cannot imagine. Once there was an accident near Nagpur, in fact near Bhusawal. Head-on collision was there between two trains, 1980s. So my mother, she was a teacher in one school, but she woke up at 3 o'clock, and when these people were called, they used to go travel from Nagpur to Bhusawal, 8 hours journey. So imagine 20-25 people were there, but before going to school, 3 o'clock she used to woke up and cook for these people, and then they used to start maybe around 4 o'clock and reach at first without stop. The train is to reach within 5-6 or whatever it may be, but she was cooking for 25 people. Commitment. Her compassion and love for her child is too bountiful to be trapped in the limits of the world. Infinite love, infinite bountiful, compassion. That's the Indian mother in fact. She works for the family all through her life without expecting any return. She never expects any return. When this poem was published, 2004 something, I saw one video. One of the person made video on this. I don't know his name. That you will be given this, you will be given that, and he said you will not get it. What kind of job this is? People started. I'm talking about your mother. Then a lot of people started crying and all those things. But it was this poem that was published, and then people started preparing videos and so many leadership PhDs occurred. I can quote here the names of the people who got inspired from this, but they said, please don't take our name. I don't know why they have fear about declaring their name. Many have said, don't take our name. I mean, I'm taking it for a good cause, but no. So okay, they want to live anonymous. She works for the family all through her life without expecting any return. No return she expects. And that, there is a video already I said. Her benevolence outrun the benevolent attitude of any of the best leader or manager. Benevolent dictator and all those things are there, but her benevolence surpasses any leader or manager. And there are many kids who say, who is the best person in your life? 99% people have said mother. She remains always ahead when it comes to plan, organize, implement, coordinate, finance many household work, feedback, completing the feedback and improving. None can plan and organize and do it at faster rate. Once what happened? We wanted to go somewhere. So obviously, as mother was a teacher and she used to finish all the cooking and everything in 1 hour when we were kids and go to the school. When we wanted to go for some trip, when we finished, and myself and my sister and all this, but other mothers, they who were housewives, they couldn't finish because she had the deadline that I should finish this, I should do this, I should do that. So well planned, perfect coordination, implementation. Even we took bath, we were ready with everything, the tiffin and everything. Others took 1 or 2 couple of hours more. So I mean, that kind of thing was there. She remembers each and every phase and event in life of every family member, and she takes active part in them. If their anniversary is there, if my birthday is there, my sister's birthday is there, a father's birthday is there, grandfather, grandmother, then aunt, auntie, you name it, always remember. If she didn't remember, then she used to write down on the calendar. Yeah, this is the birthday, this is the. Then we also started doing that. Yeah, so everybody became happy. She not only remembers but takes active part in it. If cake has to be prepared, so we are vegetarian, so vegetarian cake and all those things she will prepare. Sometimes if people take objection that why you are celebrating the birthday like Western style, then we used to cook Indian style kind of things, gajar ka halwa, cutting gajar ka, distributing among the people, all these things. I mean, we faced both the sides. So you talk only in English, don't talk in Hindi, Marathi, Sanskrit. We said we talk in 6 to 7 languages. Bangla jani, Marathi aati hai, Hindi aati hai, English aati hai, Sanskrit aati hai, Kannada aati hai. How many languages you want us to speak? I mean, so we faced all these things, and she also faced these things, and we came out triumphant. She remains whole and soul entity of trust to all her children till they get mature enough. Where you take refuge in mother. If something happens, child goes and tells her, and then he gets, now I feel okay. Something like that. Even I've seen, a 50 years old lady. Once something happened, she went to her mother, she told her, and then she felt okay. So, she came all the way from some 500 kilometers just to tell to her mother. And then when she told everything to her mother, she felt okay now. And a couple of days she went back to her home, and everything was normal. So there are people, unless they tell it to their mother, her mother, his mother, whatever it may be, so they feel okay. Now that's the importance of Indian mother. She is the centermost pillar of every family, lighthouse of every family. And imagine how much emotional balance, intellectual balance, emotional quotient, intelligent quotient, spiritual quotient that every mother in India has to keep. And this family system in India has been adopted by so many cultures across the world. And this is the best in the world. The family system, the values, the ethics, the moral values, even the system living in their area. Sitting at my house, if I open the window and tell auntie, today I'm going to come to your house, for this, that kind of, the the friendship, the family ship, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is been adopted by India since millions of years. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam means the whole earth is our family. Very good relationship. I can call anybody as my auntie or grandfather or grandmother in India. Here, that relation transcends whether he is a beggar or he is a prime minister. I can call, if that if it is a lady president is there, I can call her auntie. If she is 80 years, 70 years old, something like that. And if gents is there, I can call him uncle, and they will not mind even. That kind of culture is there in India, and that is why I'm already mentioned Indian mother, especially. Once I called a lady in American continent. How are you, Mary auntie? He said, are you from India? I mean, yeah, you people, anybody, you call anybody auntie and uncle. Which kind of people you are? I said, that is the relation we have. Maybe 1 billion people right now, before 2004. So, but that is the kind of culture we have. Okay. So that is why it is the longest living civilization in the world. So until the kids get mature enough, she takes care of them. It has been observed that many people, take objection on this. In our country, if a child becomes 14 years old, he goes for a job and this and that. But in your country, the person has got, baccalaureate, he is bachelor of something, and still he graduated and still he is living in the parents' house and all those things. They take money from them. Then I said that even we take care of them for the lifetime. They also take care of us lifetime. That's the kind of relationship we have in India. That is the mother. Those are the sanskar, we call it. That kind of values we put in the family system. Okay, I mean, similar things are there all over the world, but this already I won that debate in one place. What happened that once there was a open competition and hall was full of 1,000 people. It was not definitely conducted in India. I said, within 1 minute I can prove that India is the best multi-diverse and multicultural, multi-civilized country. Somebody said, how is it possible? I said, my name is Ashish and my mother tongue is Marathi, but I call 7 tongues as mother tongue. English, Hindi, Marathi, Sanskrit, Bengali and Kannada, because we know all these 7 languages. So somebody from all these 7 languages, please come forward. Even Gurumukhi means Punjabi person also came, and Tamil, Malayalam, all these people came. I said, just write down A from your script. They wrote down, Bangla, Hindi, Marathi, Sanskrit, A. And I said, even our scripts do not match. And still we live together, we are neighbors of each other. And we share food with each other, and we respect each other as uncle, auntie, or brother or sister, something like that. Grandmother, grandfather. Those are the values Indian mother puts in her children. That is why Indian mother I have mentioned over here. Super leader. Now, she remains soul and soul entity of trust to all her children till they get mature enough. This is known as maturity in India. Everything happens, you take it, with maturity and solve the problem. Her management efficiency outshines at least 10 managers in the world. Her management is... Many have claimed, in fact, ladies have claimed, my mother can manage it better than 10 of us. This has been claimed by the ladies. Don't leave aside the uh, gents candidate, gents candidates even. She sets goal distinctively and individually for her children and motivates them to achieve. Once what happened, my sister got suppose 83%. So she said, no, no, I'm not going to pursue this or that course, and she wanted to pursue this. My mother motivated her that no, your blood and your cells are meant to be as a doctor only. You don't go as a teacher or this or that, because she was devoted as such. So my elder sister, she was motivated by my mother. She and then she went on to become good doctor. I mean, and in COVID 2019 pandemic, she was the only living doctor in her area, and she used to go to places, serve the people. After one almost year, she also got suffered, but it was definitely motivated by my mother, and she went on to become good doctor. Okay, then next, her one decision of financial transaction can take care of short as well as long term family goals. How to manage even 1000 rupees, $1000 for example, you just learn from them. In emergency they will come out with at least a 10 rupee or $10 coin at least. I'm saying, where they keep money nobody knows, from where how they manage it nobody knows. Though monthly spending and all those things, that cycle very well managed by these Indian mothers. She has the ability to think microscopically and telescopically when she solves the problem of her children. Her decision solves the microscopic problems and telescopic long-term goals as well. Somebody, when he read this line, she came and that he came and he just like this, and one lady came and she just came and did this thing with my mother. Your son has written very good poem. She said that she was auntie. In fact, she is still there. My mother is no more. I mean, may uh, her soul rest in peace. In fact, now mother can influence every of her activity at home by her mere presence. Once what happened? It was summer holiday, and we decided to change the arrangement in the house. So we felt, I took a bath, my sister also took a bath. No, we have taken a bath. Now we won't do the work. My mother just came in. She just asked, "Arey, the arrangement is still like yesterday." What? We started doing everything changed. Within an hour, the arrangement in the house was changed. I mean, she inspired by mere presence. She is the only complete woman in the world. Complete woman. You decide the definition of any complete woman, mother is the person. Everybody has agreed. She gives vision, mission, objective to all her family members. What is your vision? Mother can decide your vision, mission, objective, goals. You name it in your life. Because she also has vision and mission and objective of her family member. She has daily, weekly, monthly, half yearly and yearly plan of work for her home and every family member. Daily plan is there. Weekly also what she is going to do. Monthly also. What are the electric bills, this bill, that bill. Half yearly, if insurance has to be there. Yearly plan. If the 6 months, every 6 months, the car or scooter has to be sent for the servicing and all those things. Yearly tax planning, everything, planning perfect. And every family member, hey, today you are going to do this and that. Yes, I said yes. Once only it happened, that once I started working on a Tuesday. It was October month, and night 10:30 I started writing one chapter of my PhD. Then I told mother that 12 o'clock tomorrow morning I had to go to meet my PhD guide. So I started writing and all those things. Then I didn't know how much time passed, and then I went to mother. Oh, it is already 2 o'clock. Why didn't you tell at 12 o'clock I had to go to PhD guide? But you said you had to go yesterday. Today is Thursday. Then she realized that for 42 hours I was typing that lesson and I finished that. My mother started crying, in fact. Okay, so she has daily, weekly, monthly, half yearly, and yearly plan of work for her home and every family member. Only mother can cry for you, for you getting troubled. No other person. There are people, there are kind of friends. They will laugh, you got in trouble. I'm very happy. But mother is the only person who will cry for you. She achieves her target for her home at cost of her sleepless nights. Already quoted that if child is ill, she'll have sleepless nights. Still, everyday routine she will finish. She never resigns from her responsibility or change her family organization. Never. In India, 100%, 99.99% places, in fact, you can say. But as 1.5 billion population is there, then 9.999999999, I mean something like that. At places, mother never resigns from her responsibility, never change her family organization. If she has taken the commitment, given the commitment, she has given the word, she will fulfill it for her family. May be poor, rich, or whatever it may be. She never asks. I mean, somebody said that you ask your mother to pay $1 billion or something, she will not. So you see, these relations has nothing to do with this so much money or something like that. Okay, that was the place where clashes started occurring, I said, and that is where India differs from other countries. Okay, she never asks for pay hikes or herself and manages everything within the framework of monthly payments. She manages every monthly payment, she will do accordingly. Within 80% of monthly payment, she will get the family things done properly. She has the ability to utilize every resource at its optimum or beyond its inherent capacity, as she takes care of that resource with vision. Every resource, may it be water, food, clothes, or time, even time management is the best. Her negotiation power, even for every penny spent, oversteps the capabilities of the best managers. Every penny, she has calculations for every penny, every single moment we spent in the family. She has the capability to do that. Mother keeps herself always happy with her own adaptive stress management ways. She has her own stress management ways. You never see that she's cooking food and it is not done on time. Best stress management, because her devotion transcends the devotion of biggest of the biggest sadhus and sannyasis for her family. And that is why, now last time I said, even she starts with the God, I am cooking for you. All the people present in my home are your children or your representatives as well, and so I'm cooking for them, and so this is my devotion to you. And that's how your stress can be managed. You can get nice sleep as well. I'm not living life for myself, I'm living the life because my presence is enough for my family, and my cooking is good for my family. That kind of Indian mothers are there, and her negotiation power in everything, maybe time, maybe penny spent, maybe dealing with the people. She is very good. Most of the time she sacrifices. And in if you talk about money and business, there is no sacrifice. Everybody works for the profit. But here, sacrifice is the major, embodiment of the mother. I mean, mother is sacrifice only. She keeps herself always happy with her own adapted stress management ways. She is embodiment of sacrifice, and that is why it happens. Okay, and she starts working. Her physical, emotional, intelligent, and spiritual quotient outshine all these quotients of top bosses individually in their fields. maybe president, prime minister, or whosoever it may be. But physical quotient of mother, emotional quotient of mother, intelligent quotient of mother, and spiritual quotient of mother outshine all of these people. And that is the Indian mother. Why always I'm saying Indian mother? Because of this. Because I have seen the kind of mothers they are in other countries. I mean, especially uh, in countries where they objected about calling them auntie or mother or grandmother. Okay, so this is not clash among the civilization. No, this is about mother, the lady who sacrifices, and because of her sacrifices, we call her the first god in our life. Her sixth sense gets developed to such an extent that many times she senses a danger in advance. Like I told you the example, one of my friend, I was quite young at that time. He was smoking, and his mother said, "Go and wash, brush your teeth and come inside." She sensed the danger. Then she awakened him and telling that smoking is injurious to this and that, your lungs will get this and that. And slowly, you see, he got rid of that smoking habit. You know, she has that sixth sense of danger, and she alert her kids in advance, even people at home. She initiates everything at her home, being a self-starter and self-motivator. Who motivates her? She wakes up in the morning, starts cooking. Who motivates her? Her kids are like, God to her, and feeding them is her, she gets self-started for them. She gets happiness by making others happy. She has the communication skills of very high caliber. I don't have to tell. Once what happened? A quarrel between kids were going on and all those things. Mother came inside, just curtain was like this, and she looked at the eldest kid and the youngest kid. Just look at them. Khatam. The quarrel was over. That's all. Communication skill, just looking, that was over. Her high caliber. She provides every kind of security and safety to her children at younger age or at older age even. There is no one strongest yodha, the strongest warrior, the strongest person in the world is, there are many examples, is mother. One of the best story about this is Hirakani. Once a fort was built for Shivaji, and the builder said none can climb this fort. He just said to the Shivaji. And once that a lady who is to sell something on that fort, she went down from certain place and for her young child. Next day somebody asked, how did you went down? Her complaint went to Shivaji. He asked her. She said, I had to go and feed my child. So I don't know from which place I went, but I went down at night. I mean, after 6 o'clock. After it got dusk. And that's why, from where she went, that was, Hirkani Kada, it is still known and is in Marathi. Those are the kind of Indian mothers I'm talking about. That is the kind of caliber these people have, the mothers have. In fact, they are also supported by father and grandfathers and all these people. But they get support when they start self-sacrifice. And that is why mother. She provides every kind of security and safety to her children. That is what we are thinking. Safety and security. Once what happened, I should not tell bad things about self, but it happened. Once I was writing the 8th grader, I was in 8th grader, I was writing my answer sheet. Once it was over, one of the person, he was in 9th grader, he wasn't able to write down essay on certain topic. I said, give it to me, I shall write on. I wrote down his essay. He was in 9th grade, I was in 8th grade, but I was writing the paper of the senior person. So I wrote it. Then there was a huge investigation in the school. 8th grader is writing a paper of a 9th grader. There was huge. Then they found out my name. Then they found out the name of that person. So I wasn't called. Their mothers were called. So my mother, being teacher, she was called. So I shall try to convince him. Please don't call him, because otherwise, he even principal said the person writing the senior person paper must be high caliber. I mean, by God's grace. So my mother saved me. Otherwise, I would have been rusticated for 3 years for writing down other person's paper. But I did it in means with the not with good intention. I wrote down. They understood that. Then I explained it to the principal and all these people that uh, as he was going to cry, so I write down. I wrote down this. I mean, because 5 marks, 10 marks is something he didn't want to lose, and so. But your handwriting differs from him. Yeah, I forgot that. I said to the principal, but my mother said me at that time, and I got saved. So she becomes the security and safety of her children. She guides, supports every kind of life building activity of her children at home. Who inspire you to go to school? It's mother. Who feeds you? Who dress you up? It's mother. Guides you, supports you, and father is also there. In when it comes, but it is always mother to whom kids are dependent. Every kind of life building activity for her children at home. Charity begins at home. It has been observed that those who have been taken care well, who have been disciplined well by their mothers, at home in fact, they went on to become good person in their life. We don't mean that they always become prime minister or president. Those are limited seats. But humanity is a big space. There is a huge career in humanity. If you want to be human, good human, mothers can make you good human. There is a huge scope in this. If you want to be a billionaire, there may or may not be a scope. But to become a human being, good human being, mothers can build you at your home a better human being. She keeps conducive atmosphere and super encouraging environment of world class standards at home. How could a person top every time in every examination? How could he score more than 80% marks? Because of mother who keeps the atmosphere like that. She leads by example when it comes to practical truthfulness and ethics. You just go and try to talk, false thing with her. She will just look at you. Is it? That's all. Khatam. You cannot speak non-truthful, untruthful things in front of your mother. She simply delights her children by her total devotion and gets delighted at progress of her children. She gets delighted when you progress because of her devotion. She easily handles the complex situation, domestic violence, group dynamics at home, and keeps family intact for life. Once it happened, somebody said, no, I shall not live with this brother and that. I saw that. Mother came. If you want to live separately, you will have to divide me into two parts. Khatam. The war was over. The family lived together. Easy way to handle complex situation. Her arbitration abilities overreach the abilities of the best lawyers in the world. Don't have to tell, just given the example. She tries to involve everybody in every good activity, but if nobody turns up, she becomes the one woman army and a force to reckon with, though she lives at receiving end. She receives lot of blows. I mean, not blows like this. The words, the way of living life. But she becomes one woman army. She gets a lot of things done solely at home. Her simple glance at her children can penetrate the heart, brain, and soul of her children, and she can pursue and grasp the problems of her child. I gave the example, just looking at them, they stop quarreling. Just one glance. She is hypersensitive to the pain of her children, and she can find amicable solutions over that problem where even superhumans can fail. Babas, saints, and sadhus, and fakirs, and so many people will fail to realize what exactly you are feeling, but her hypersensitive to realize what exactly is happening to my child. She can conceive it well, she can perceive it well. It is beyond godly figures as well. She keeps watch and track on every family member and keeps them on the well-defined track. Already said that. She do not let you become an inhuman human. No, she wants to make you human. She is super manager as she teaches delegation, sharing, caring, independence, and working together for whole of her life. Delegation. Go. This is the bag. These are 2 rupees. Go and bring that milk. Go and buy the vegetables. Delegation. Sharing. No. You cannot quarrel with your sister. You have to divide a chocolate 2 halves. Sharing. Caring. No. My child, you are ill. You just sleep. I shall tell your teacher that he is ill, so he couldn't come. Independence. You are not dependent on mother to still to wear your shirt because she made you independent. Working together for whole of her life. Working together. Family works together. She is the bond. She is the gluon. I mean, quark. Quark. These quark type. They live together because the gluons are there. So like she is gluon. Hence, even Ram did not forget to say that mother and motherland are far better than the heaven. Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargat Apigariyasi. And that is why this is today I'm after after 20 years, I'm reciting this my own poem, and on the Ram Navami I'm giving this in front of the people. Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargat Apigariyasi means Janani means mother. Janma Bhumischa means where you are born, that land is better than the heavens. And it is better that we make our Janani Janma Bhumischa Swarga. Even you can make your motherland as a heaven as well. That is also another side of this. Hence, many Indians since eons even claim that in the universe, mother is the first god to every child. Already said. In today's world, ask any leader or manager to do all these things at a time like Indian mother does, and the answer will be simply no. No, I'm not your mother. I heard these words. Once, I was working as a consultant. I said that you have to do this. My senior person said, I'm not your mother. I won't do all these things. I shall do these 2 things today, 2 these things tomorrow, and 2 things day after tomorrow. Simple, in one sentence. Then ask any Indian mother to do all these things for her child, and at once, without a second thought, her response will be yes, and will start working on it immediately. Immediate implementation, she'll get it done. So everybody in India has experienced this. It is due to special relationship or a passion or the whole devotion or obsession or the managerialship or leadership. God knows what exactly is that. But she does everything for her children, and that's the Indian mother. One thing is sure, if character called Indian mother had not been there, then Indian civilization and culture would not have survived. This, the crux of this is taken from one of the pravachana, the discourse of Gondolekar Maharaj. Once somebody asked that because of you saints and sadhus and sannyasis and all these people, the gods, Indian culture is surviving. He said, no, it is because of Indian mothers only this Indian culture and civilization has survived. He asked him, do you know the birthday of your grandfather? He started thinking, no. You ask your mother. He went and asked mother. Yes, she remembers it. Why? Because of them only this Indian civilization has survived. My grandmother's mother, in fact, they were not literate according to this age. But they used to know when the Fagwa is there, means when the Holi is coming, when the Diwali is coming, when the Dasara is coming. There the calendar was fit into their mind. That's how they ruled. In fact, the whole house. Not ruling, with reins in their hand, but with the benevolence, with the love they used to, compassion they used to rule the family. Nobody used to, that doesn't work with the mothers. There is nothing like she never instilled fear inside you. With love and compassion only she rules. It doesn't work with mother. So you keep even those things besides for mother. Neither would have survived the business, education, family values individual values, social values, global values, and super Indian culture if Indian mother had not been there. Those are the, this is the crux taken from that pravachana, these two lines of Gondolikar Maharaj. Let us salute and prostrate the bow before the typical Indian mother, my mother, your mother, every Indian's mother, to whom we have to call super leader come manager. I hope you accept that Indian mother is the super leader come manager. Because of that only India is, Indian civilization is still living, lived in the past, today it is living, and it will be living forever. Those are the values of Indian mothers. In fact, Indian mother, Indian father, Indian grandfather, Indian son, Indian daughter, Indian granddaughters, grandfather, super grandmother, and all this. I have seen a place where, I went with Mr. Ram. His son was there. So he was 35, he was 17, his father 55, his father 75, his father 95. So such 4 or 5 generation people I have seen, they're living together. I have already seen that. So that is the Indian culture. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And how the Kutumba is, the family is built, it is because of compassion, sacrifice of mothers. And that's how the Indian culture is still living and inspiring many countries altogether. And once somebody said that which country is most important, I said India. And because of this only. If this culture, if this kind of civilization we have to build, then these are the values we have to take, create heaven on earth, because like this, like what mothers conceive and run the family, like Indian mother, we can take it to moon, Mars and beyond as well. Otherwise, already we are sitting on 100,000 weapons of mass destruction. Literally, if military has so many secrets, these are the secrets as well. There are at least 25,000 atom bombs with at least 15 countries. There are chemical weapons, at least 25,000 in so many countries. There are at least biological weapons existing with so many countries. If they start building these kinds of values among each and every human being, then only human civilization will survive. Otherwise, I always say that dinosaur fossils are waiting for human fossils to shake hand with them. And that's why this poem is very important. And today happens to be Ram Navami. So Maryada Purushottam Ram, he didn't attack Ravan just to go and rule the world. He attacked when it was needed. And that is the kind of human culture, Indian mother can inspire. It is said Kaushalyacha Ramachandra, means the son of Kaushalya. Okay, so I hope you like this poem, and because I liked it very much, and there are millions of scholars, even common men and common people around the world, they like this poem, and hence, out of request only, from self and so many people, I'm putting a video of this on so many places, if we require, on YouTube as well. Thank you very much. May the mother of whole universe, infinite universes, bless us all. May Prabhu Ramchandra Maryada Purushottam Ram, means Maryada means limitations in which we should live, bless us all. Thank you very much.